Hi everyone, my name is Waleed and I am a civil engineer. In today's video, I'm going to show you how we can calculate the volume in Civil 3D. We can also say that earthwork analysis between the two surfaces or between different surfaces in order to calculate the volume, the cut and fill that is required on site during a construction phase. So let's get started. I have a job folder here. I have already created, so we can just quickly open that. Okay, let me just open volumetric analysis. So I have this surface. I have this already created some of the platform. This is actually a pump track. So for example, for the bikes, so I am required to design or calculate the earthwork analysis and the volume calculations for this site. So I have two surfaces. I already actually created some. I was going through some of the work, but yeah. So you will need two surfaces. So I already have one surface that is my PR surface. I can show you the. So this is the surface that is currently on the ground surface after removing the topsoil, but we also have to calculate the volume for the construction platform from where we are going to start this construction. So we need to calculate how much cut will be required. So this is my surface, the flattened surface, and now I have another surface that is graded to below this surface, level ground. I can show you it in 3D. So this one is the surface I currently have. So as you can see, this is the surface I have. So we have some bumps here. So I have already flattened it to some level. This will be look like this, and after that I have another surface that will be totally flattened from where we will start our construction step by step. So I am just quickly going to switch this to no display, and the other surface I already have is this one. So this is totally flat surface. So now I want to calculate the volume between this one, that how much soil I will have on site, and that I have to compensate. So now let's start. First you have to go to the analyze tab and then click on the volumes dashboard. Okay, I already have this surface. I can just delete it. I can create, so you will have like this panel. You can turn this off and then you can turn on. You can also have here. So now you can just go to the create a new volume surface. Name this surface as volume analysis. I am going to name, or I will name it my PR surface versus CP2 surface. So sensing level versus I can say that is construction platform CP. So I am just going to change the style to no display because I am using the UKIE kit. So yeah, and then in the base surface you have to give your the surface you will require the comparison with. For example, if you are doing the existing versus proposed, then the existing will come to the base and comparison surface will be the proposed. And so in the base surface, I am going to use my PR surface, and then for the comparison it will be the CP2. So this will, I know this should be the cut. So I will, so that I will know that this is all the cut material, so it should be in the cut in the volume analysis. So the cut factor is like once you have some soil coming on your site or the soil going from the site, it's different because the compacted volume is always less, and then the you have excavated volume is usually more than that. For example, if you come bring one dumper of the soil and put it on the ground and then compact it, its volume will be less than the original one. And similarly, if you excavate some material, it will be more when you will excavate because now it's not compressed. So it depends if what factor you're going to consider. I use 1.1, but you can use 1 as well, 1.7, 1.07, whatever, but I'm going to use 1.1 because so that the putting the cut and fill factor, and I am going to put it into the notes as well. So now you can see that I have the cut material here, and this is all the table I got here. So this is for the report section. If I will click here, I will have the cut and fill report that is in the HTML format, and you can just download it as a PDF however you want. And then if you can do is to have click on this icon, and then you will have the insertion point. You will click here. Now you will also have the summary here. I am going to quickly scale this one. So it can say the surface name, the cut factor, fill factor, and then 2D area, cut cubic meter, fill in cubic meter. So the net volume I will receive is a 367 cubic meter in the cut. So it means I will have this extra soil on my site that I have to adjust. So now I can do the volumetric, the Earthworks some analysis in the isopac drawing. So let's close this one, and now I'm going to just turn off this quickly, and now I'm going to create a new style for this surface. So this is the surface that we have created with the Earthworks. Now I'm going to change the surface properties and going to select the create new style and going to name it as volume analysis cut and fill. And then I am going to do is go to the analysis, because we are doing the volume analysis or earthwork analysis. You go to the elevations. Now I am going to you can change different color schemes. You can manage however you feel comfortable or you like. So I am going to use as a number of ranges. So range interval will be like after every 1 meter or after every 0.5 meter you want the range intervals, or the range interval will with datum will be like, for example, you set your datum at 0, so anything above 0 will be the greens, that will be the fill, and everything below 0 will be like red, that will be the cut. So this is depends on you how you like the design. So I am going with the number of ranges. I am going to do it land. So and then the range is 8. Precision is like up to 3 digits is a fine. And change the legend to this one. So now go to the display. What you have to do is go down and change the elevation, turn this on, and you can also select your layer or create a new layer if you want. So we can create a new layer. Let's say, and then the layer name is Earthworks. So this is the layer we can have. Now we can have the new layer as well. Click this one, and now okay, now you can see you have this new design, new earthwork analysis, that this will have the color scheme, but these colors we don't know what is it. So first you have to click the surface, tin surface, right click, surface properties, edit surface style, and then sorry, you can just go to the surface properties and then analysis. So now you have the cut and fill, this is the legend, and then you have the number of ranges. You can just drop down. So now you can see all these ranges comes with these colors. So I want to change, like every of these cut should be in the red, and then the another fill should be in the green. So I'm going to first change these ones, the elevations. I want it every like 500, for example. This one is fine. Let's say this one is minus and then from minus 0.750 to minus 0.500 and then minus 0.5 after every 250 millimeters. So we can just quickly have this one to yeah, 0, and then from like say from 0.0 to let's say okay, we can just have minimum value like let me just have it quickly have a look. This one is equal to yeah, so we can have it 0.00 max minimum value must be less than the okay, we can have like 0.50 to 0, and then we can have this one to like 002 to 0, and then from whatever is 0 point, let's have to 0.567. So like this. So we don't need these ones, we can have it 6 actually. Oops, my bad. So we can have this one as 6, turn this one. I will just show you how it works. So you have seen is you can just arrange this as you need. So I am just going to change the color scheme. For the dark red will be dark red, and then we can have a little bit like this one, lighter, and then we can have more light, and then we can do is just more light, and then the fill material will be green. We can apply, yeah. Now you can see that we have all the red area is the cut area. We can see that this is a major cut area, then little cut area here, and then we have some of the green fill area here. So what is the better way is to select your surface and then display order, send it to back. Now you can see that you have all of the now you can see that where you will have the tracks, and then where you have the cut area, where you have the fill area. And what you can do is if you have the background image, you can turn on the background image from your surfaces. Now you can see that you have the background image. Select this image. Now you can see that you have nice boundary here. So, and you can see how is the cut and fill analysis can be done. So another thing I can show you is once you have the volume dashboard. For example, I just want to calculate the volume of my pump track. So you have to go here. You have the bounded area. For this one is the add volume surface, and then this one is the create volume, and then this one is the bounded volume. So you will select your surface, the PR versus CP. Now you will click on the bounded volume. You will select on the bounded volume. Now you can have select the boundary object. You will zoom in, click this one, polyline. Now you will can see that it shows the plus sign next to it. You will select this one, and you can see this will show you the bounded volume within this boundary. If I can just turn on, so you can see this volume and then this volume. So you can see the highlighted boundary. You can see this red boundary is the bounded volume. So it will show you what is the bounded volume within this, within your this boundary. All of this, so you can draw any boundary, then you can have your bounded volume. And for example, you have a plot, for example you have some any any trench that you want to calculate, so you just draw the polygon, and then you have the bounded volume, and it will show you the volumes for this one only. For example, you can see this one has 367, so only for the bounded volume you have 147, 142. So this is how you can calculate the volumes in Civil 3D. One more thing I can show you, that this is once you will change your surface, it will automatically update. By mean, I can show you, for example, if you select the surface boundary, if I will select, uncheck this one, I have this. I will just select. I will select my feature line, because this is the surface boundary I have. I will select the feature line, and then this is the elevation I have. You can see on the. You just try to focus here. Let me just have a look. If I, so you just try to focus on the bottom side. So once I will hover on that, so this is the volume. You can see the elevation is 2.40. For example, if I want to change this volume, if I edit elevation, like I go to like let's say 0, so it will automatically change the surface, automatically change this isopac drawing, the hatching. It what it did, it also changed this one. You can see it's 380.041. Now I will just change it again to the, what was it, I forget what was it, but for example 2.696. So I'm going to change it 2.649. Now you will see, now it changed again. So now it filled. You can see now I think I go a little above, so now you can see it shows the green color, green hatch, that it will be a fill material, and then it has changed this one. So this way you can comparison, how you can arrange your site for the volume analysis, and then the better analysis you can do. And the last one is how to you can have the spot levels on this drawing. You will select your surface, go to the add labels, spot levels on grid, click on the base point. I'm going to click here, and then rotation is 0, just press enter. For me 5 meter works better. For the X spacing, for the Y spacing same, and I am going to select the upper right corner. This is the box I got, and my site is within the box, so I can just press enter. Now you can see that I have all these spot levels with mentioning that where I have the most cut and I have the fill. For example, here you can see 0.216 meters, it means this is the fill, and here is minus 2.30, this is the cut, and this area is also in cut. So this is how you can calculate and have the isopac analysis, and then change your surfaces. You can have your bounded volumes to calculate better volumes for your particular area. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, you have learned from this video, and if you have any question, just write it into the comments, and if you don't understand anything, just write, so I will be happy to answer. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you for much thank you for watching. Bye, see you in the next video.